can leave the party without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know. Without ever letting you know.
Guys, today we're covering Colonise Mars, the new roadmap, and a few people have asked me to do a video about this since it's come out a couple of weeks ago. And to be completely honest with you, I haven't even read the roadmap yet, so this is going to be an honest review as we film it. So it's almost like a reaction video as well, if you like. The reason why I haven't read it is because I was a little bit deflated after the last sale, and I've been very public about that as well. I think the fact that it was unlimited and sort of the race for the ownership cards obviously was over in seconds, and as we realised as we were going through that they'd already all been minted because of, you know, this unlimited sale and people having, you know, expendable cash and stuff like that. And congratulations to those people that did get the ownership cards, and there's no salt or hate or, you know, I'm not trying to spread any FUD, but it did seem like a bit of a cash grab to me, and I don't like it when people are releasing these unlimited drops, because especially with no proper explanation or roadmap, it just seems like, yeah, that okay, you might be trying to fund your project and all that, and I get it, but, you know, give people a bit of an explanation, because to be honest with you, if I would have thought about it, if I would have had more time to think about it, I probably wouldn't have invested so much money into the crates myself. But hey ho. Hey diddly fucking ho. And yeah, so I'm going to go over this roadmap with you guys. Now, I have actually already sold all of my Colonise Mars cards. I had a couple of sketch cards and a load of other ones that I had blended together. And I used the wax from that to fund other projects. And those projects have already, you know, given me a decent return on investment, so I'm not mad about doing that. Just quickly, actually, let's jump in and have a look at the crate prices and see how much they're selling for now since this roadmap's come out. So I can't remember how much they sold for in the first sale, but they're selling for about $66 now on the larger supply crates. What about the actual sketch cards? So these guys, yeah, they've been selling for about $100 the whole time, I think, quite consistently. I think that's what I sold mine for. Let me see if any of these ownership cards sold. Oh, what are you doing, mate? Right. What? Wow. This is what I mean. You can't be too mad at it. I know that, I'm not being salty, but I was deflated after what happened, because, like I said, it just seemed like a cash grab. Like, there should have only been enough in supply for those ownership cards to be completed maybe twice. But there was enough in supply for those ownership cards to be completed 1,000 times and over. And that just isn't fair. It should be a race, the space ownership race, the space race, okay? I completely understand that. But, you know, it was too easy for any one person just to go out, buy all these packs, quickly open them and blend them. And yeah, fair play to those people that did do it. But if the crates were in more of a limited supply, then everyone would have had to trade and grind their way through those ownership cards. And it would have still worked really well. The mechanics would have worked really well. These ownership cards would still be really expensive. The roadmap would still be the same. It's just that they would have made less sales, but their community would have been happier, and probably a bigger community as well. Just my honest opinions. Let me know what you guys think down below. Really happy for the guys that got these ownership cards. Look at that. $63,000. That's insane. So this guy's brought to 77k. Who is this whale? Whale. Absolute whale. Well, okay. Right. Now let's jump into it. The roadmap then, guys. So, Colonise Mars, the roadmap, the official roadmap. This is the first time reading through it. Phase 1, pre-game. Phase 2, establishment. Phase 3, exploration. Phase 4, expansion. So it's similar to how our planet's set out almost. Introduction: Colonise Mars is a Mars colony simulation that combines blockchain mechanics and web-based gameplay. The game uses the latest aerospace technology to inform mission payloads and objectives, with the goal of educating players on the real science needed to colonize Mars. These guys, they're going to have such a big cult following anyway, because colonizing Mars is quite a hot topic. You know, there's a lot of people that sort of, it's like a cult following, you know, people like following Elon Musk and his escapades towards trying to colonize Mars. So I know that it's going to have a really big and strong community. So yeah, cool. Like, it is an exciting project, and no one else has done this yet. I know that there's quite a few space crafting and space voyage sort of NFT projects out there, but none of them actually look that sharp. And this is on Wax as well. And for any of you guys in the NFT space, you will know that Wax does have its issues, but it's cheap, it works, and it's very noob friendly. So, and the fees, you know, are non-existent. Just purchasing and, you know, moving Wax around is basically no cost at all. It's amazing, and that's kind of why we haven't, as a brand, Cryptopunk as well, we haven't really branched away too far from Wax. We didn't even start out on Wax. We started out on other currencies, but then we sort of emigrated to Wax because its use was so easy, so cheap, and so noob friendly as well. Because if you're starting a community, you don't want things to be really complicated and expensive. You want things to be... Wax is the gateway drug to other NFT projects on different chains, and I think with all these cross-chain technology coming out, it won't be long before sort of we see other chains being as cheap and as easy as Wax. So anyway, back to the roadmap. So the core game evolves around expanding the main colony with activities like sustainable mining, colony maintenance, and scientific exploration. Once the main colony reaches a large size, players will be able to develop land and build new colonies of their own, with the ultimate objective of making each colony a player-owned hub of activity. So it's going to be a land sale. Our vision is to catalyze the will of humanity to become multi-planetary. Our mission is to tell the story of colonizing Mars in an accurate and compelling way, so that more people are inspired to become explorers and pioneers of the final frontier. We are designing and building a Mars colony simulation game based on the latest aerospace technology and giving players an opportunity to own part of it using the blockchain. Purpose of this document: this is not intended as a deep technical paper, but an overview of the ultimate vision of Colonise Mars. This includes gameplay details, info on NFT cards, and other collectibles, in-game economics, and how utilizing blockchain technology can lead to a more compelling experience. This document is a work in progress and continues to be updated regularly. Please read our legal notice and non-exclusive license grant at the end of the document before contributing. So it sounds like they are actually trying to get people ready to colonize Mars. Is Elon Musk behind this project? Elon, come out, mate, from behind that massive multi-billion-pound project you're hiding behind, and show your face. It is cool. I'm not gonna lie. It does perk my interest, and I want to colonize Mars, so I am interested. Do I need to buy crates again? Do I need to start buying cards off of the secondary? What's going on? These ownership cards, how much money are they going to make? Are they worth 77k? Right, timeline. Phase 1, pre-game. Phase 1 of the project is the pre-game phase, where the Colonise Mars team does all of the colony design and expansion. Players can participate by buying one or more cards on Atomic Hub, purchasing card packs, crafting better cards, and prepare for gameplay, and obtaining ownership cards which represent various colony elements. Phase 2, establishment. The second phase of the project introduces basic gameplay to the interactive map. Players can participate by making an identity on Mars.cards, staking one or more of their cards to colony items, and earning MARTIA tokens are in-game currency through colony maintenance. All cards involved in the Colonise Mars game are NFTs. I'm probably going to go buy some cards off the secondary now, guys. I did sell all my cards. I was a bit salty. I'm not going to lie. Like, it did deflate me a little bit knowing that they pounded out all of these cards. But, like I said, it happens. Did they make a mistake? Was it their fault? Did they not communicate properly the use case for it moving forward? Am I just being salty? This is honest. I'm always honest with you guys in the community as well, and I'm not going to hide behind my own feelings and emotions as well, but I'm not going to spread FUD. I think this is a really good project. I think that what they have here is really unique. I think that they're going to have a really strong community. Land sales are always fantastic. Those ownership cards sound like they are going to be worth loads. But yeah, let's see. I'm going to go buy more cards off the secondary market now, because I want, when phase 2 happens in September, I want to start staking. And yeah, a little of this stuff we actually knew before, because they had a rough roadmap, but this one's more detailed now. So already I'm more confident in, if this roadmap was out before the sale of those crates, I would have never been upset. I would have known that I would have held on to them. They would have been stakeable, and they probably wouldn't have had any upset people in the community. But yeah, like I said, I'm really excited and I can't wait to read more. Exploration. So first half of 2022, phase 3 of the project opens up gameplay outside the colony via sustainable mining missions. Players can select expedition ready items from the colony, choose a plot of land from the Martia landscape and mine it for ore. If the land's health rating is higher, or restore the land if its health rating is low. Each mission also has a small chance of making a scientific discovery. So that to me says that obviously, if you look at prospectors, right? So you're mining land. Once those ores and minerals are gone, the land has nothing on it, and all you can do is build on that land. This sounds like it's going to be a similar type project to that, where you have land with valuable ores on, but it also means that when the land ore is depleted, people can restore the land to its health. So I'm guessing that means that the ores and stuff will replenish. And making scientific discoveries, would they be in the forms of NFTs, limited edition NFTs maybe? Or maybe a further use case for the NFTs that we already have? It sounds really fun, guys. Phase 4, expansion. In Phase 4, players can purchase land plots surrounding the colony, which will give them surface and mineral rights. They can use the surface rights to build structures and can use the mineral rights to own resources that come from the ground. Mazza. So it is quite similar to prospectors in that sense then. So it looks like exploration is almost like renting the land, and then obviously the expansion is like what prospectors are doing now, where they've got a big land sale coming out on a new server. So missions. Each mission introduces an additional supply of items to the colony map. This can include equipment, vehicles, tools, buildings, and astronauts, to name a few. The first 3 missions will be scheduled and launched by the Colonise Mars team before gameplay. The reason for sending up multiple missions before gameplay is so that the colony is large enough to support the maintenance activities of Phase 2. Sounds like that is a explanation for why they've put out so many packs. They're basically saying that they've put out so many cards because they wanted everybody to be involved, so that when they actually roll out Phase 2, they've got a bigger community. But I don't know if they've not damaged their community a little bit. I don't know. Let us know down below, guys. I am in their Telegram group, but I haven't been active in it. So yeah, maybe there's not anyone upset in there. Maybe it was just me that got the wrong end of the stick. But NFTs and other collectibles. Our cards are digital collectibles that are meant to be enjoyed by people who are inspired by Colonise Mars and want to own artwork that is both visually compelling and technically realistic. With the power of NFTs, we are also able to add utility to some of the cards so they become useful in earning MARTIA tokens. Here is the outline of different cards and how they will be utilized. Supply crates. Supply crates are NFT card packs that may contain base cards, ownership cards, and other collectibles. Wait, what? So supply crates can have ownership cards in them? These are the ownership cards, right? Do they... Is that... Am I reading that right? Supply crates are NFT card packs that may contain base cards, ownership cards, and other collectibles. Does that mean moving forward? Or does that mean that you could craft ownership cards? That's... whatever. Right, what is that, guys? Am I reading that wrong, or does that literally say that you can get ownership cards from opening supply crates? Interesting. Right. Base cards. The majority of cards for Colonise Mars are base cards. These cards represent vehicles, tools, infrastructure, astronauts, and buildings used in the colony. Base cards come in 5 rarities: standard, shadow, stainless steel, gold, and dark matter. Base cards will be required to play the game, with higher rarity cards being more desirable because they will result in more efficient more effective ways of obtaining MARTIA tokens and other in-game resources. I'm going to go buy a load of dark matter cards, so let's have a look-see. So we're talking sort of $38, so I'm probably, not right now, but we'll spend a couple $100 on these dark matter cards as soon as possible, really. I'll just wait for a few things to sell, and then I'll probably buy these, because September's not that far away, and the value of these is probably going to go up. I will spend a bit of time looking into whether or not it is going to be cheaper to upgrade cards, or whether or not it's going to be cheaper just to buy straight, which it often is, because if you have a look at the gold cards. Okay, yeah, so I think it's 3 golds. Oh! You've cut Claude. Right. Yeah, so 3 golds is going to be around sort of $36 for $40, and then you can buy the dark matter card for about $47. So I probably will craft my way up. But again, like unless it says further down, that doesn't include sketch cards. So I made all mine into sketch cards. So even if I didn't sell those sketch cards, I wouldn't be able to use them for this. Card crafting. Crafting or burning cards is a process of combining a large quantity of lower rarity cards to make a smaller quantity of higher rarity cards. Dark matter cards are the rarest base cards that can be crafted. Ownership cards. Ownership cards match 1-for-1 with a unique piece of equipment: vehicle, tool, astronaut, or building. On the website Colonise Mars map, inanimate objects, tools, vehicles, buildings, etc. have corresponding ownership cards, and astronauts have corresponding sponsorship cards. They both are equivalent. Ownership and sponsorship cards are the rarest type of cards and give players significant influence, MARTIA token earning potential, and responsibility in the game. Patches. Patches are a merit-based NTT, non-transferable token, that visually represent your identity within the game. They are used for aesthetic purposes and are meant to signal your status. You can only have one NTT active for your in-game identity at any given point, but you can hold multiple patches within your inventory. Gameplay. Overview. Expanding the main colony is the central theme of the game because it is the most important factor in making the self-sustaining civilization on Mars. The main colony acts as the home base for the game, and our goal is that players will become familiar with the layout, equipment, and science that enables the colony to thrive. Gameplay opportunities outside of the main colony will be introduced in Phase 4 and beyond. Requirements to play. Anyone who has a Wax wallet can sign up to play Colonise Mars. All gameplay will happen on Mars.cards. You will need at least one Colonise Mars card in your Wax wallet to participate. New players will create a new identity that is represented by a name and a patch. Here is how you set up your identity as a new player. Connect your Wax wallet, choose your unique display name, choose your patch. Default patch is minted to all new players, blah blah blah. If you already have a collected patches in your wallet, then connect. You will automatically show up in your inventory. Phase 2, gameplay. During the early stages as a colony, the most important activity is to consistently maintain the infrastructure and equipment so it stays operational. As a player, you can earn MARTIA tokens by helping maintain the colony. Owning items. Each item in the colony has a corresponding ownership card. The owner of the card sees their wallet address associated with that item in the colony map. Staking non-ownership cards. Players with non-ownership cards can stake their cards to an item of the same type. The total reward pot for the item is determined by the amount of rarity of the card staked to it. MARTIA token payouts. The owner of each item sets a percentage fee which is taken from the staking player's payout. A small developer fee is also taken from the payout. Each staking player's payout is calculated by adding up the combined weight of their stacked cards and dividing it by the total combined weight of all the stacked cards. Each staking player's payout is calculated by adding up the combined weight of their staked cards and dividing it by the total combined weight of all the staked cards. This calculation is the same for all items in the colony, even though the payouts may vary based on the type of item. Maintaining items. Items need to be maintained regularly. The maintenance interval can vary depending on the complexity of the item, but intervals will not be less than 24 hours. Once the maintenance window opens, the owner has a short time to maintain the item. Once the item is maintained and their timer resets the maintenance interval, each maintenance action costs the owner a small amount of MARTIA tokens. So that, to me, sounds like you won't just be able to stake something forever. You will be able to stake it for like 5 days, and then there will be a day of downtime where you have to pay some MARTIA tokens back to Colonise Mars to then maintain your item to make it stakeable then for another week. So it is a way of creating a liquidity pool and keeping the ecosystem alive. If a player does not own an item but is staked to it, they can help with maintenance by performing a similar task along the same interval as the owner. Performing this costs the player a small amount of MARTIA tokens. Payout multipliers. All items begin with a 1x payout multiplier by default. However, if the owner successfully maintains an item consistently, the multiplier will grow. If the owner misses maintenance intervals, the multiplier will shrink. So they are saying, if you pay us the MARTIA tokens on time, we will increase your multiplier of mining. If you don't pay us on time, we're going to decrease the amount that you can earn. Very clever. I like it. The higher the quantity and quality of staked players that help the maintenance, the higher the multiplier is boosted. This can change per interval based on the staked player's activity. I'm not going to lie, guys. I'm getting pretty excited about this now. It seems like it's right up our street. It is very community based. It sounds like there is going to need to be some level of communication and organization, and people can't just willy-nilly just go out and do things. So that's amazing. Phase 3 gameplay. As the colony maintenance activities begin to stabilize, a new phase of gameplay will be unlocked, which allows players to explore outside the colony. Players will be able to organize their own expeditions, which center around sustainability. Mining the land for ore resources. Ore is important because it contains the minerals that can be used in the manufacturing items for future colony expansions. Each expedition will also have a small chance of making a scientific discovery. So it sounds like scientific discoveries are NFTs, so similar to sort of Alien Worlds when you're mining and then you find an NFT and it gets dropped to your wallet account. And it also sounds like what we're doing on our planet at the moment. We own the land, we're mining all these resources passively in the background, and they don't have a use case yet. So you will be doing things to build ore for the future that you don't know what it is yet, and potentially you're going to find an NFT out of that as well. How does it work? Players will be able to zoom out of the colony map, select vehicles, tools, and astronauts to take with them on their expedition. Select a parcel of land around the colony, select the type of expedition, and explore. The quantity and quality of the items brought on the expedition determines the length of the mission, the maximum distance from the colony, and potential payout. A fuel fee paid in MARTIA token is calculated per expedition based on the equipment and distance. A fuel fee paid out in MARTIA token is calculated per expedition based on the equipment and distance from the colony. A player can only have one active expedition at a time. Expedition types. Some examples of expedition types for exploring the land surrounding the colony. Land mining mission. The player extracts ore from a parcel of land. Each mining mission degrades the land's health. So it sounds like there's an unlimited amount of ore on the planet. But when the land's health is depleted, then you need to maintain the land again before you can start mining ore. Clever. And also the fuel fee is another way of keeping the token system and the economics and the tokenomics alive. So you're always paying back a little bit of MARTIA token to the Mars cards guys so that it keeps their liquidity pool going as well. I imagine it's going to be listed on loads of DEX exchanges, probably Alcor to start with, and then others as well. So it promises to be quite a passive income by the sounds of things, especially the guys that own those ownership cards. Again, I'm going to go start stacking some of these now because September's not that far away, and obviously the market is quite cheap at the moment. It doesn't look like it's changed much since I sold the cards like last month or the month before, so that's cool. Land restoration missions. The player works to restore the health and quality of a parcel of land that revives the MARTIA token reward. Each restoration mission improves the land health independent of the mission type. The player has a small chance at making a scientific discovery. So it sounds like a lot of things that you do on this game, it gives you a small chance of finding another NFT. I got a feeling it's going to be one of the base cards. But if you find maybe 3-4 a week, then that is also a potentially decent passive income. Each parcel's land health will be tracked universally. Players will be incentivized to mine on land with a high health rating because it will result in better resource yields. Players will be incentivized to restore land with a low health rating because it will result in higher MARTIA token payouts. The goal is to create a structure that encourages sustainable mining. Players will be incentivized to restore land with a low health rating because it will result in higher MARTIA token payouts. The goal is to create a structure that encourages sustainable mining practices in a way that is beneficial for both the land and expansion of the colony. Scientific discoveries. Here we go. Scientific discoveries are unique NFTs that can be found on expeditions. Taking certain scientific instruments or astronauts can increase the probability of scientific discovery. Owning items. Owning items in Phase 3 will work the same way as in Phase 2. Expedition-ready items will stop getting daily MARTIA token payouts and transition over to be used for expeditions. This includes most vehicles, portable tools and astronauts, infrastructure, housing and rocket ship will... Vehicles, portable tools and astronauts, infrastructure, housing and rocket ships will not be eligible for expedition. You will continue receiving daily payouts for their utility to the colony. Staking non-ownership cards. Players with non-ownership cards can rent the items belonging to the other owner by staking their cards to an item of the same type. Once a player stakes at least one card to an item, they can use it on an expedition even if they do not own the item. A player's expedition reward is increased based on the combined weight of the cards they have staked to the item. MARTIA token payouts. The owner of each item sets a percentage fee which is taken from the staking player's expedition yield. This could be ore from a mining expedition or MARTIA tokens from a land restoration expedition. Owners do not pay any fee for using their items. A small developer fee is taken from a expedition yield. Mining owned items. Maintaining owned items. The maintenance system for Phase 3 will work the same as Phase 2 for both expedition ready and non-expedition ready items. Phase 4 gameplay. Phase 4 gameplay, land ownership and buildings will be detailed at a later stage in development. Conclusion. Colonise Mars aims to educate players on the real science needed to colonize the Red Planet, while providing a unique opportunity for players to own collectible NFTs and earn MARTIA token. We hope that this document gives a well-detailed look into how this game enables this goal, through a well-balanced economic system that utilizes blockchain technology to give additional utility to our digital collectible NFT cards. This document is a work in progress and continues to be updated regularly. Please join us on Telegram, blah, 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 blah. So, to summarize, guys, I'm pretty fucking excited about this. I was really excited about Colonise Mars in the first place. I thought the artwork was amazing. I thought that the blending system worked really well. I thought that getting those ownership cards was fantastic. And a real race, like the space race, it was actually representing the space race. I did not like the fact that they had unlimited supply of crates with not a detailed roadmap. There was a very loose roadmap on the website, and it's all my fault. It was all my interpretation. I purchased these packs. I raced to get the ownership cards. I didn't get them. They were found in a couple of seconds. It left me deflated, and that they're my own feelings and emotions, and I'm legally allowed to have my own opinion. I didn't spread any FUD, and I didn't make any further Colonise Mars videos. And I had a few open, honest discussions with people. So I'm back on board. I'm really excited about this. I'm going to buy some cards off of the secondary market, and I will wait for my turn. I want to earn daily MARTIA tokens. I want to mine some of these new NFTs. Or scientific discoveries, as they say. I'm really excited. I'm really excited for the first phase to start. So, guys, let us know what you think down below in the comments. I'm going to go through Atomic Hub now and try and figure out which is the most cost-effective way of starting to get some of these dark matter cards. There's probably going to be future Colonise Mars updates in the future. The Colonise Mars Discord channel has been open since the beginning. I haven't been active in there myself, but a lot of the guys are in there daily, almost daily, pretty much daily. I think since this news is going to be a lot more active as well. So if you want to join a community of people that are, fond of and supporting Colonise Mars, join the Discord as well, because it looks like moving forward when the next phase starts, there will be an element of communication if you guys really want to earn a decent passive income. So yeah, really honest with you guys, really liking where the project is heading. Again, for the 1000th time, didn't like the fact that they did an unlimited crate sale. I think it was just a bit of a cash grab to fund the project. Yes, great, cool, but they should have maybe been a bit more clear about that roadmap. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments. I'm really, really excited to hear what you guys have got to say. Excellent. Hope you enjoyed it. As always, like and subscribe if you haven't already. Leave us a comment, as I said, and invest smart.